Hey, it's your boy GPAC REACts. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We got Mr. excuse me. We got Mr. Joe Budden here today. He went off on Diddy. He put Diddy in his place. He said Diddy had made him feel good when he had got that job on Revoke when he gave him his own show. He told him, Joe, I heard a lot of wild things about you. You're a wild guy. But I don't mind if you be wild when you're creating good stories. Man, just don't throw nothing and don't hurt nobody. And Joe Budden said, turn around. All these weird allegations come out on Diddy. And he was trying to tell him how to act. And the whole time, Diddy had all them skeletons in his closet. That don't make no kind of sense, man. Joe Budden's really looked up to him. And he said he really felt at home when Diddy gave him that speech. That made him feel more comfortable with his job to be accepted by Diddy and Revoke. And enough of me talking, I'm going to let Mr. Joe Budden talk.
The culture job. Me and Puff had like a heart-to-heart where he looked me in my eyes and said, yo, I heard a lot of stories about you, and I hear that you are a lunatic. And here, we appreciate the creative part of being a lunatic. So if you want to create in that fashion, you can. All I'm telling you is don't throw anything and don't hit anybody, and you'll be fine. And boy, I felt so at home hearing that. But also in hearing that, it led me to believe that he understood the importance of not hitting people. Because that's important as you running a business and building a business. We're starting with the news that CNN broke last week, where they obtained hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie. If that other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. But when it turned the corner, we don't get to see. But you ran a long way down that hallway, and if you dragged her even 4 more feet, we now include kidnapping. That shit was disgusting. What we all had to witness. That shit was almost unbearable to watch. I'm certain that that was triggering for a lot of people. Absolutely. A lot of people that saw it. And that was Friday. Yes.
You heard what Joe Budden said? They could turn this thing into a kidnapping. Because he drug her into that room when she was trying to escape. When Diddy was asleep, she was trying to get away. Man, that's crazy how that dude did her. Enough of me talking again. Here goes Mr. Joe Buddens.
And just hide somewhere. But why would you do that when you are just a glutton for attention? So he pops right back out. Talk about tone deaf. Talk about inability to read a room. Where are the fucking publicists? Where's anybody in this moment? But he pops back out with this half-hearted bullshit apology that was like, it was almost offensive. It was almost like a slap in the face, that apology.
I didn't even watch it. I don't even hear from him.
I mean, I watched it because it was quick. It wasn't even, he didn't even try to put some sincerity into this thing. Friday, everybody here was in a good mood, good vibes. And it was our Friday weekend episode. We normally try to keep things, I prefer to try to keep things light for the weekend episodes. And that CNN Puff story broke as we were recording.
Literally.
And while we did touch on it, when I listened back, I didn't feel like enough time was devoted to just how much of a fucking lunatic that nigga looked like and what that means industry-wide for all parties involved. I think this broadcast is too big and comes with a great responsibility in matters like this. And I know that a lot of the music industry listens to this podcast.
But Joe Budden, he sound very sincere and hurt, man. You could tell that he really liked Puff. And Puff really let Joe Buttons down because, you know, Joe Buttons had a rocky past. You know, he had to go through some obstacles to get where he's at, man. And that's crazy. Joe Budden's calling him a lunatic, and Joe Budden was a wild dude. Here we go.
Start having some uncomfortable conversations. Not only am I down for it, but I'm down to initiate it. Because this shit is a mess out here. And he looks like a fucking nut. He looks like a complete
Monster.
just a complete evil piece of shit. What I saw on that video, as horrific as it was, lends a lot of credence to anything horrific I've ever heard.
Yep.
And that's the uncomfortable spot. Well, it's all uncomfortable, let me be clear. But maybe he was unaware of some of the things that were out there about him, that real niggas is just running around saying, nah, it shit sounds so great. When you hear about people blowing up cars, it sounds like some movie shit. I need footage, I need something. When you start hearing about some of the other things we've heard about, I think that video allows for everything to be back on the table. Anything that we've ever heard about Kim Porter, may she rest in peace, is back on the table. The rumors about Albie Shore are back on the table. All of the violent stories that niggas refuse to believe because of who he is and what he has meant to the culture, after seeing that, after seeing him run down that long hallway in a towel, I've dissected that video plenty. And this is coming from somebody that doesn't typically look at things on the internet that'll make my stomach turn that way. But I thought it was important to run down that hallway in a towel after a woman that is barefoot trying to escape.
You heard what Joe Budden said? He looked like a maniac. The video made his whole stomach turn. Joe Budden is sitting there in disbelief. He cannot believe this. And he said, man, Diddy, he was the culture. He had the swag. Man, he had the music. Man, he was all up to part, man. He was out there living that champagne life. And people like, nah, man, Diddy ain't did that, man. He too much of a player. He ain't fighting no females. He ain't holding no women hostage. Man, he didn't allegedly do that to rest in peace Kim Porter. Now, like Joe Budden said, that stuff is all back on the table. And it's all believable. And there you have it. That's your boy GPAC REACTS. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Got to be more careful.